Greetings, Pisces and Pisces rising. This is your Western forecast for February 2024. We're having 5 planets in Aquarius. This is unusual. If you have 3 planets, it's called a stellium. It's a little bit more common, but a stellium is a major emphasis on wherever it impacts your horoscope. To have 5, in many ways, for many people, it could even be the beginning of life-changing energies, planting the seeds of new undertakings, bringing a new energy into your life. These 5 planets in Aquarius are in the sign prior to Pisces, so it's in the shadow sector. Now, having this major emphasis on your 12th house, that's the shadow sector for Pisces, there's a major emphasis on spirituality, the inner exploration, meditation, introspection. This is all comfortable for the realms of Pisces because the 12th sign of the zodiac, or the 12th house of the zodiac, is ruled by Pisces. So this is all comfortable energies for Pisces. Compassion, charity, but also wanting to pull within, going to spiritual retreats, ashrams. That's all under that 12th house. A lot of psychological healing. On a more mundane level, it is about a holding pattern to do a lot of introspection, reviewing the past year, getting ready for the new year. This can certainly awaken a lot more inspiration, empathy, compassion, a lot of healing energies, and also healing others, or with all your inner work, a lot of psychological healing energy for yourself. Now, before I look at what are all these 5 planets are bringing, what energies are they bringing in with your 12th house? And then we're also going to talk about the sun moves into Pisces on the 20th through March the 19th. That's your new birthday cycle. If you have a Pisces rising, that's just bringing in a whole new cycle, new beginning. So there's a lot to unpack. But before I do, if you enjoy these kinds of videos and would like to see more of them, click like and subscribe. And don't forget to click on the notification bell so you can receive the latest postings. And if you go into the description box underneath the video, you'll find a direct link to my website to book an astrology reading or to sign up for my 2-question offer. Now, every February, the first 3 weeks, the sun's in Aquarius, putting a spotlight on preparing a holding pattern, reviewing the past year. Before on the 20th of February, the sun goes into Pisces and you're starting to light up. You're starting to get focused on, what's in store. What would you like to achieve with the new year? We have Mercury, Venus, and Mars all in Aquarius. Now, Mercury is what are you planning and thinking and learning? What's your curiosity? Well, being in Aquarius is in the 12th house. There could be studying psychology, spiritual practices, healing practices. But Mercury will move into Pisces on the 23rd of February through the beginning of March. The sun will leave Aquarius and the holding pattern, the shadow sector, and go into Pisces on February the 20th. So there's a lot of transition, getting ready to give birth to a new chapter, a new phase. The Venus goes into Aquarius, into your 12th house, from the 16th of February till March the 11th. But the Venus is what you value, what you enjoy, what you appreciate. Venus is highly creative energies, but Venus is also romantic. On the romantic side, in the shadow sector, you could have a longing and an unrequited love interest, or you could have just met somebody, and for obvious reasons, you need to keep it secret. Or, more than likely, you just want to wait and see if this is real before, because you don't want to embarrass yourself if you tell all your friends and the next day it's over. So that's that Venus in the 12th house. But Venus is what you value and love and appreciate. The 12th house is the shadow, the unconscious, compassion, charity. So there's a lot of this loving energy. Then we have Mars. Mars is these ambitious, aggressive, assertive energies. Mars is in Aquarius once every 2 years. The Sun, Mercury, Venus is once a year. That Mars gives this added push. Now, Mars goes into your shadow sector, the 12th house sector, on February the 12th. Through March the 22nd. So it's there for 6 weeks, once every 2 years. When Mars is in the 12th house, if you don't have a project, if you don't have a goal that Mars loves to go after achieving goals, if you're just listless and floating around, you're going to be depressed and frustrated. So you need a project. But for the most part, this Mars is very favorable for doing a lot of work or prepping or studying or researching behind the scenes till it's ready to really launch what you've been researching and developing from February the 12th to March the 22nd. Now, the new moon is going to be on the 9th. In your shadow sector, the 12th house. The new moon is where we're setting our attentions. Now, we already had the Sun in Aquarius, and so you've already been directed towards more of this preparation, introspection, charitable energies. But on the 9th of February, now your intention is really focused on really achieving these 12th house goals. But this new moon is going to be impacted by Uranus. Uranus is the surprising, the unexpected, sometimes shocking. So there's going to be, for the whole world, that new moon influenced by Uranus could be a lot of unexpected upsets and surprises. Being in your 12th house of the shadow, which is the new moon, there might be an unexpected secret that's revealed, because the 12th house is what's hidden and shadowy, and Uranus is all that shocking, surprising energies. You might have a secret being revealed, or you might be finding out that there's been an important secret that's been hidden from you. Now, the Sun will go into Pisces, starting your new cycle, starting to see light at the end of the tunnel, because the 12th house shadowy energy, it's very spiritual, but it could also be doing a lot of behind the scenes development. That's carrying on through most of March. But when the Sun goes into Pisces, you're ready to start coming up with a plan, moving into new directions, having more visibility. Now, Venus and Mars, when it's together in your 12th house, from the 16th of February till March the 11th, on one hand, Venus and Mars can be very creative, dynamic energy. The 12th house can also be highly creative, imaginative energy. So there could be a lot of creative passion. But Venus and Mars can also be very romantic energies. And so, but in the shadow sector, you could be, being really attracted to somebody, but keeping it quiet, not really wanting to address it to the person, or you're keeping it secret, or maybe, like I've said earlier, maybe you don't want to embarrass yourself, as it should blow up. and change. But Venus and Mars will be together in Capricorn from the last week of January till February the 12th. And Capricorn is in the 11th house of friendships, social events, networking, and that Venus-Mars is all this passion. And Venus and Mars could be a lot of parties and hanging out with friends, going to a lot of events, big social events with group settings or with friends. Or a friend may become a little bit more romantic. And that energy is the first 12 days of February. It's also the last week of January. And then maybe a friend becomes kind of romantic. Some of you, maybe it makes you really nervous and uncomfortable. And so then the Venus-Mars goes into the 12th and you're keeping it quiet or secretive to see, like, is this real? Is this going anywhere? Now, looking at how all this breaks down with health, relationships, and business, Mars, the athletic warrior planet, Mars is all this high energy, but when it's in the shadow sector, from the last sector, from the 12th of February till March the 22nd, you could be really busy working behind the scenes, staying up late at night, but exhausting yourself. And again, if you don't have a project to achieve and focus on, you could just be feeling depressed. So you need a project to sink your teeth into. But Mars in the 12th house, for the most part, you're probably just going to be not getting enough sleep because you're burning the candles at both ends and really working hard, developing a new project that won't be debuted until Mars goes into Pisces at the end of March. But while you're building it, you might be tired. And with relationships, that Venus-Mars in the 11th, the first 12 days, as I've already discussed, a lot of socializing, a lot of partying with friends, but maybe a friendship becomes a little bit more romantic. Then you're keeping things on the down low, or you're just keeping more quiet and low key. And maybe part of that is socially you're keeping more low key because you're so busy building and developing an important new project. And in business, you're in the preparation period. You're going to start seeing some light at the end of the tunnel after the 20th, when the sun goes into Pisces, but you still may be really keeping a lot held back, or you're still not ready, you're still fine-tuning everything until Mars comes out of the 12th house of the shadow and goes into Pisces once every 2 years, and you're off to the races, you're taking a lot of big risks. You have that courage to really announce it and begin new enterprise. But that's not till March the 22nd. But this February, through the first 3 weeks of March, could be all that building and developing of this new project to be debuted towards the end of March. So I want to thank you for watching. If you like information on how to book an astrology reading or to sign up for my 2-question offer, just visit my website at gardino.go. That's .co. Until next month, be safe and well.